She raked her nails across my daughter's face, spat the word filth like it was nothing, and smirked as blood trickled down. So I grabbed her by the collar, hauled her through every aisle, slammed her against steel shelves, and sent her crashing through a wall of glass. Think she got the message? Nope. 3 minutes later, I made her face something that broke her worse than the fall ever could. Want to know what it was? It started with a candy bar. Just one of those quiet afternoons in a small convenience store, squeezed between the community center and the HOA office. My 9-year-old Lily tugged at my sleeve, her eyes big and pleading. Just one chocolate bar, Dad, please. I grinned. Must her hair. All right, grab it quick. I'm getting water. She scampered off, her sneakers squeaking on the tile. I turned away for maybe 10 seconds. 15 tops. When I came back, Lily was rooted to the spot at the checkout, her little hand clutching that candy bar like it was her lifeline. And there, looming over her, was saw Vanessa. Silk scarf, hair dyed a glossy auburn, pinned up like she was auditioning for a beauty pageant. Her face was all smug boredom, lips pursed like she'd tasted something sour. I noticed her shoes, first white patent leather heels, too pristine for a grocery run. Should have known trouble was brewing right then. Vanessa hadn't clocked me yet. Her eyes flicked to Lily's scuffed sneakers, then the candy bar, and she sneered. "Where's your mom?" she asked, her voice dripping with fake sweetness. Lily didn't answer, just stared at the floor. "Typical," Vanessa muttered. "Trash raises trash." My fists clenched. Something primal stirred in my gut. She leaned in closer, her breath hot on Lily's cheek. "That's not yours. Put it back." Lily flinched, and I took a step forward, then another, my boots heavy on the tile. I knew if she touched my kid, something in me would snap. I just didn't know how far I'd go to make her pay. Lily's fingers tightened around the candy bar, like it was all she had left. Vanessa's smile sharpened, the kind of grin you see on someone who's about to be cruel and loves it. She bent down, her perfume floral, pricey, choking flooding the air. "Let me guess," she whispered, loud enough for Lily to hear. "Daddy can't afford lunch, so you're stealing candy?" Lily's eyes darted to the cashier, but the woman behind the counter looked away, pretending she was busy. Vanessa straightened, glancing around the store like she owned it. "No one's watching. No one will stop me," she said, then louder. "Where's this kid's parent?" "She's clearly unsuper," VY said. I was 2 aisles over, grabbing a water bottle, when I heard her voice cut through. Then came the snap. Vanessa snatched the candy bar from Lily's hand. "Filth doesn't get treats," she hissed. Lily gasped, stumbling back, but Vanessa stepped closer, towering over her. Then she raised her hand not to point, not to scold, but to strike saw. Her nails slashed across Lily's cheek, Leah VYing 4 angry red lines, raw and swelling. Lily screamed, clutching her face, eyes wide with shock. "You ungrateful little brat," Vanessa spat. "I should have your family reported." The cashier froze. A guy browsing chips peeked over, then ducked back behind the shelves. No one moved. Vanessa turned away, smoothing her scarf like she'd just swatted a fly. "This store used to have standards," she said to no one in particular. "Now it's crawling with beggars." That's when I rounded the corner. I saw Lily, her hand shaking, blood seeping through her fingers, and I saw her saw. Vanessa turned, our eyes locked, and for one fleeting second, she faltered. Then she smiled, all sugar and poison. "Oh," she said, "you're the dad." I didn't answer, didn't blink, just walked toward her, my boots echoing. "Now, let's be reasonable," she said, stepping back, fussing with her blouse. "Just a misunderstanding. Your kid was out of line." I didn't hear the rest. All I heard was Lily's choked whisper behind me. "Dad, she hurt me." That was it. Something broke, not anger, but something colder, sharper. Precision. I looked into Vanessa's eyes and saw it. The moment she realized she hadn't just hurt a kid, she'd started a war. Her heel clicked louder now, nervous. Her fingers twitched near her chest, clutching the gold HOA badge pinned to her blouse like it was a shield. "Let's not overreact," she said, forcing a laugh. "This is poor parenting. You weren't watching her. I was helping." I kept walking. 1 step, 2, 3. Her breath hitched. "This is assault," she snapped. You can't come near me. I'll call security. I'll call the board. I saw the board. What do you say to someone who thinks scratching a child is discipline? Nothing. I looked at her hand, the one that hurt my daughter. Pink nails, manicured, trembling. I grabbed her wrist, calm, deliberate. Don't touch me, she shrieked. Too late. I yanked her forward, spun her, and slammed her back against a metal shelf. Cans of beans rattled above us. One fell, rolling across the floor like a gunshot. Vanessa gasped, frozen. You hurt a child, I growled, leaning close enough to see panic flood her eyes. Some I saw, child. Know what kind of man I become when someone touches my kid. Her mouth opened, but no words came. The store was dead silent. The cashier's eyes were wide, her hand hovering over the register. You're insane, Vanessa hissed. Think this makes you a hero? You're just a thug. I smiled, cold and clean. No, I'm the consequence. I let go just long enough for her to stumble, her heels scraping. She tried to speak, but I grabbed her hair. The crowd gasped. I didn't drag her far just enough. I spun her again, slamming her face first into the shelf. Cans clattered. She cried out, shocked, insulted. Good. Let her feel it. We're not done, I said, stepping back. Not even close. Vanessa whimpered, realizing no badge, no scarf, no title could save her. She tried to crawl away, heels slipping, but I jerked her upright. Let go, she shrieked. I'll sue you. I'll have your house condemned. She still thought she was in charge. I shoved her down aisle 3, past cereal and paper towels. Her handbag caught on a shelf, ripping off her shoulder. People gasped. The cashier called, Sir, please, but stayed put. No one moved. They'd seen the blood on Lily's cheek. This wasn't violence. This was justice. Vanessa screamed. You psychopath. This is a lawsuit. I saw the HO. I leaned in, whispered, not anymore. I pushed her into aisle 4, canned goods. She stumbled, her scarf gone, blouse torn, perfect bun unraveling. Teens filmed, whispering, that's the lady who banned Halloween last year. Another said, she slashed my tires for parking on the sidewalk. The stories piled up like the dents in the shelves. You think this makes you a dad? Vanessa wheezed. You're a disgrace. You and that brat are nothing. I stopped, turned her to face me. She saw not rage, but precision. I rammed her shoulder first into a tower of paper towels, sending them crashing. She collapsed, panting, mascara streaking. Get up, I said. You're done. She hissed. I'll call every board, every contact. I grabbed her collar, dragged her past the frozen section, her reflection smearing across the glass, and shoved her into another end cap. Boxes burst. She trembled, cursing, weaker now. You don't know what you've done, she sobbed. She was stealing. She deserved it. I grabbed her chin, tilted her face to the camera above. Want a record? I said, let's make one. Her makeup was ruined, earrings gone. Her expression a mix of fury and fear. The world wasn't protecting her anymore. It was watching. No one stopped me. Not yet. Every person in that store knew this was justice, served cold, shelf by shelf. I dragged her to the front, past checkout lanes, past shocked faces. Her heels were broken, one foot bare, scraping tile. You're sick, she muttered. This isn't justice. It's assault. I didn't answer, just tightened my grip. The front display loomed glass, flawless, stacked with snack boxes and cans. I'll ruin you, she hissed. I run this place. I stopped, turned her to face the glass. A crowd gathered outside, phones out. A kid pointed. The door chimed as more witnesses stepped in. No one interfered. Vanessa tried to pull away. I gripped her neck and leaned in. You hurt my daughter. You humiliated her. Now it's your turn. She opened her mouth, maybe to scream, maybe to beg. I didn't wait. I launched her shoulder first into the display. Glass shattered like thunder. Boxes collapsed with her, cans and wrappers raining down as she crashed through, landing in a heap of shards and chaos. Gasps echoed. Phones recorded. Someone outside screamed. Inside, silence. Vanessa lay tangled in cardboard and crushed chips, her blouse torn, necklace broken, hair matted. One hand reached for her shoe, then gave up. She didn't move. I stepped forward calm, picked up her bent HOA badge from the wreckage. I held it up to the security camera and dropped in the trash. "There's your president," I said. "Tell the board I returned her." Lily stood by the entrance, clutching her candy bar, eyes wide. I knelt beside her. "You okay, baby?" She nodded. I took her hand, and we walked past Vanessa, past the cashier, past the onlookers who parted like water. Behind us, the woman who'd ruled the HOA with a smirk and a stack of fines lay broken, half buried in shame. It wasn't over. By the time I got Lily home and cleaned the blood from her cheek, a VY Deo was already VY Rao. A bystander, Sarah, posted it. "HOA president attacks kid, gets what's coming." It exploded 50,000 VYUs in hours. TikTok clips slowed down the glass shattering. Screenshots of Vanessa in the wreckage trended with the Vanessa vaporized and the "Don't touch my kid." Some cheered, some debated, but most just watched. The footage was raw. Lily's tiny frame, Vanessa's slash, my retribution. By nightfall, the HOA's group chat was chaos. Board members quit, one saying, "I was pressured." Another admitted, "She made me find a veteran over Christmas lights." Rumors swirled. Vanessa left the ER in a wheelchair, arm fractured, screaming about her badge. The nurse laughed. Her world of fear was crumbling. Next morning, her garage door was spray-painted. A neighbor's sign read, "We are not your HOA." An audit revealed she'd funneled HOA funds to her landscaping. The city opened an inquiry. Lily sat with me on the porch, quiet but not scared. "Is she gone, Dad?" she asked. I nodded. "She's done." The final blow came at the next HOA meeting. Someone dumped a trash bag on the table, torn violation notices, refunded fees, and Vanessa's cracked nameplate. "We're starting over," a voice said. The room roared with applause. Vanessa was gone, her house empty, her Lexus vanished. A note on her garage read one word: "Remember." A week later, I took Lily back to the store. She hesitated, then grabbed the candy bar, clutching it like a trophy. The cashier smiled. "On the house. Tell her she's brave." Lily's smile was small, but it was healing. That night, we walked the neighborhood. Porches glowed with lights. One door was painted purple, Vanessa's hated color. No one complained. Lily tugged my sleeve. "Dad, you didn't have to do all that for me." I knelt. I didn't. I did it because no one stood up to her, and someone had to show you silence doesn't protect the people you love. She nodded, then offered me the candy bar. First bite, I shook my head. "You earned it." Some call it scandal, others a reckoning. To us, it was a promise. A father stood up, a girl stood tall, and a tyrant fell. And no one would forget. What would Sayusa have done if someone hurt your kid like that? Was I wrong to fight back, or was silence the real crime? Should people like Vanessa ever hold power again, or are they beyond redemption? Drop your thoughts below. I read everyone. If this hit you, smash that like button so stories like this keep rising. Subscribe for more real, raw truths that shake the ground. And if you're still here, comment "still standing." Let's see who's got the guts to stay till the end.